Like the actual
I
YouTube
hear it, but I
stream?
don't know where. Okay, I don't
I
think
do
we're
hear
streaming the
it.
right screen because I can hear it, but I can't see it.
It just says stream starting soon. What's the
Should be up.
YouTube link, by the way?
Oh, okay, I see it now. I see it now. Maybe there's just a delay, but it's all good now. Okay, so welcome to everybody who is watching. Also, the stream isn't live for me. I don't know if there might be a delay for that as well. But the stream is not.
Whoa, I'm stretching.
Stream is not live for me. There's a delay. Okay, that makes sense. Welcome.
Yeah.
We're watching some bot lane. We got Thresh Vayne into
Ooh.
Jinx Nami. Top lane we got Aurelia into Ornn. We see Juman already taking a dominant lead in that top lane. Happy to see that. We got Vi into Viego in the jungle and Hui Syndra in the mid lane. Some pretty even matchups. But I'm hoping to see a lot of the hooks goes wide bot lane. Hoping to see a lot of potential coming from the top lane, who I got suspicion. I wasn't able to see draft, but I have a suspicion that WME Varsity opted to R5. No, they opted to pick red side to R5 their top lane, so he could get a good matchup like Aurelia into Ornn, which so far he is proving to do very well in. Stun happening mid lane. Hui taking a little bit of health. Doesn't quite so matter. They did see the Viego take his Raptors there, so they have the information on him, doing that bot, or the top to bot clear. As trades happening top lane.
It's just a
possible engage bot lane. No, the Thresh has lost.
ARAM is what it looks like. Honestly, there's so much
Very
fighting.
split ARAM?
Dude, there's so much just insane fighting going on the entire time.
Bypassing bot lane here, so is Viego. We might see a 3v3 or a 2v2 over that crab. Does look like the play has the push mid lane to get prio for this crab. Let's see if they play off of that. Because meanwhile, top lane, now that Juman has seen the Viego clearing top to bot, he has full ability to just punish that Ornn divinely and righteously in that lane and not worry about a jungle interference for the next little bit of the game. Speaking of jungle interference, we have Viego taking a reset bot side, and Vi actually with a really strong read on that, moving straight to the top crab, understanding that the Viego, I don't actually know how Vi knew that. But maybe they saw him recalling it, I just didn't catch that. But really insane read from Vi there to drop the bot crab and move top. So now the Viego is not able to take that top crab, which he recalled to do. Now he did get vision on that, and he is immediately moving to bot crab, so unfortunately it doesn't pan out in the way that the Vi maybe wanted that to, but all is well. Game is even.
Very even.
Couple gold leads here and there, and we see the Viego clearing that bot crab, or the bot crab now, and they throw those pings out. So they did see him. Both junglers finishing their clear. Vi way earlier on the recall than the Viegos. Now obviously the Viego recalled after his 6 camp, but that leaves him roughly, what, 80 to 100 gold shorter as the trade comes in mid lane. That's about half of Syndra's HP, and this Vi is poised to throw a gank in there. Although these mid lane characters are a little bit broken, they're probably just going to recall and TP like the mages they are. Meanwhile, in the top lane, this Ornn has amassed a very dangerous wave. This wave is going to freeze under the Aurelia's tower, and the jungler needs to intervene there, or the Ornn will not be able to play the game.
Although
I
think
fear
that
the
one's
Viego
playing the game
does
for
not
a
have
while.
the... Yeah, he's kind of in a very bad matchup. I don't think the Viego's going to be able to visit top lane for a long time. Way out of mana here. Like I said, these broken mage champs will just recall and TP. Now, he doesn't get to wait until his last chapter, which is really what you wanted to do before TPing back. But it is what it is. It's important to be on the map with resources for the grubs and the dragon. So, taking this recall is what it is. As both mid laners TP back, we can see Freeze is still active and dominant in the top lane. Aurelia being able to recall and TP back with now, I believe it's probably going to be a Vamp Scepter. Either Vamp Scepter or a Recurve Bow. Either way, it is a lot less playable for the Ornn now than it was, because now she has kill potential at pretty much any given moment. And even now we can see, I mean, she definitely has that Vamp Scepter. You can tell because it's Aurelia and she's full health at all times. Yeah, she's taking the wave because she's going to heal off of it anyway and get to full. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we see the Viego poised to gank bot and the Vi gank bot as is. The Flash Lantern comes out, unfortunately. Does not time it right, but the Jinx Flash is red, and the hook comes off. A lot of damage, She's alive. That is so depressing. Yeah, a great read on the Jinx Flash there. The Lantern... Sparty Party unfortunately messes that Lantern Flash up and does not bring the Vi with the Flash. They end up getting that CC onto the Jinx anyway, but at that point she's too far away from the Vayne. I think the Vayne probably should have just flashed. Meanwhile, we see an all-in top lane. The Ornn able to tank it out, but losing all of his HP. The freeze is broken though. Now the Viego's timer has come up to gank bot. There's a lot of things going on, so I'm talking so much. Sorry. Go ahead, Nines. I'll give you a minute.
Dude, no, you're good. I'm just kind of trying to look at the map, get myself acquainted to how fast the WMU is reacting to everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of reacting things and looking on the map, we see the Jinx now moving top lane. This is a common thing, is lane swapping. They want to assert dominance for the Grubs, so they're switching their bot lane to top so that they have the prio lane for the Grubs there.
Oh.
We can see the Aurelia moving top regardless. Giga Chat Aurelia... actually, don't know what's happening. I think WMU is a little bit lost right now. As Vayne is now moving bot lane, Aurelia is going top lane. And nope, yeah. Aurelia is now booking it bot lane. I was gonna say I think Western maybe was a little bit lost there. So Aurelia now booking a bot lane will drop with 2 waves for that. So Ornn actually has a path back into the game now. You can see the XP lead will diminish severely for that.
Yeah.
Vayne now back in the top lane. They will catch these waves, but I don't know if we have any control over the. As the hook goes wide, I don't know if we have any control over the game. Jacob misses his key over the wall. Clip it. If the spectator, if we have control, if there's someone at the computer, at the spectator computer, if you could press N, that would be lovely. If not, that's okay. But as is, we can see that that lane swap panned out for. Hang on.
Oh.
I don't know.
Really?
There's an all-in happening bot lane, and we see that a fight is now happening. Blue team got the Grubs. A Vi ult on here. The Hui ult goes wide. Vi falls to the Jinx, and now the reset's happening, and it looks like Western is going to be falling at this moment. The Vayne was not there for that fight. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Ornn has to flash the Aurelia ult. Aurelia looking very, very strong. I know I can tell you right now, that's a Vamp Scepter and a recurve bow. I don't need to see the items. That's a Vamp Scepter recurve bow Aurelia, and she is going to die with this. Absolutely, you are not allowed to stay. The E lands, that's a QWQ, and completely dead. And he's dropping, wow, look how many minions. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus the one that just died. 8 minions dropped as an all-in happening. Top lane, not an all-in, just a trade. Yeah, unfortunately in that Grub fight, I really want to, like, talk. I really wish we could have seen the beginning of that. It did look like the Vayne was just not in position to fight that, and, you know, indeed a Vayne is not the type of champion who can really get away with fighting like that in the early game, and the lane swap really just pans out for them. I don't think there was much counterplay to that. I mean, certainly if the Aurelia and the Vayne had the right swaps in mind before that play, it goes a little bit better because they have more time on their hands. But I just think given the situation, Western probably should have made the call to just let those Grubs go. You know, they did take the dragon. Yeah. Generally, when you take that dragon and you spend all that pressure in the bot side, that usually means that you're giving that Grub up, and that's okay. So Hook lands on the Nami bot lane. They're looking to all in this, but the Nami level 6 and the Thresh level 5. The Vayne pressed R and is doing a lot of damage here. Lands into the root, so does not get that kill, but Thresh flex on it. Great all in.
That was insane.
Yeah, Nami playing a little bit too far up there. Meanwhile, in the top lane, another freeze. Juman has landed another freeze on this Ornn. This guy is just so sad. He's what we call in the business homeless. He's slightly homeless as the Jinx walking too far up. The hook goes wide. The Flay does land, and now the Vi is under tower. So much damage coming out. Oh no! Oh no! The Vayne gets rooted under tower and gets killed by these traps in the tower. Meanwhile, the Viego lands in and kills that Vi. Oh, Lemon Haribo. We need to not die there, man. That's not good. Dying is bad. Professional league advice. That'd be $200, please.
Professional coaching, just don't die.
Yep.
Easy.
Nice moment. No. Okay. The stream is still not live.
What do you mean the stream isn't live? Oh yeah, it
I
isn't
don't-
on YouTube. It is not.
Yeah, the stream is still not live.
It says.
I don't know
Oh,
how
wait,
long
it
the
says
delay
live.
is, but it's been.
It's
Wait,
been
it
delayed.
is live?
Wait, you
Oh, it
gotta,
is
like,
live.
catch up. Yeah,
Sorry,
you
I
gotta
just
catch
baited
up.
you. I just baited you guys. Sorry,
You
sorry.
literally just baited me.
Our team is doing well. Casters are beautiful.
Oh, the stream is delayed though. I just saw the Juman bot lane.
Sorry. Yeah. Thank you for pressing N. If you could also press U when you get the chance. If you press U, that will bring the timer thing off the bottom of the screen. No rush. Shout out our caster, or shout out our shout out the casters.
Yeah,
Very humble people. No, shout out the prod team, putting in real good work to get these streams for you guys. I don't know if you guys know, but we are actually streaming both Overwatch and League at the same time here. We've upgraded in the stew.
I'm literally the most humble person on planet Earth, bro.
Yep, I'm actually the most
what you're
humble
talking
person to ever exist. Thank you very much to our prod team. As we are now contesting the second dragon now, very important, if you get that first dragon, that second dragon is worth a lot of value because it brings you closer to those. As an all-in tapping top lane. Now you can tell the Aurelia has Bork. I could literally, as the Hoyle goes wide, you need to wait for the Vi-ult, and now the Viego's very low. The flash forwards lands into the bubble, but they do end up collecting that kill. Now he's getting pushed back to the Syndra, and oh no, but now he flashes him with a blade. A lot of damage. Juman is here. He's hitting. Oh my gosh, he's so strong with Bork. He's three levels up on that fish. They bring the Thanos in from the top lane. They call in the nuclear strike. And that is it. The Jinx is not able to fight there. This wave, the ults are so valuable in these fights, but the point of locking the Vi in these fights is so you can get that like point click lockdown, so you can land those important abilities. If he's throwing that ult way too early, he needs to be waiting until the Vi ult to then throw it so it's guaranteed, because it's so important in these fights, and if he misses it, it's just worthless. But yeah, sending that Aurelia down in the Ornn, not being able to respond with any sort of value. You know, he didn't even have TP. Even if he did have TP, he TPs to that and does what? You know, he's half the champion Aurelia is right now, and yeah. That was kind of like a cheat code. It's like you call in your big brother. You start losing a video game and you let your big brother take the keyboard.
Except it's just your fed top laner.
Juman, we're losing the dragon. Can you come help with the dragon? Yes, little one.
You called him the nuke, and I was just thinking Jumenheimer. That's the...
I like it. And now I was literally saying, like, I don't need the items pulled up to tell you that this Aurelia has a Bork, and that she is going to run the game over now. There will come a time where she somewhat falls off, but that is not this time. This Ornn is now dead already. The ult pops, and that ult was unnecessary. The Bork is just so much value. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, they're shoving into this with the Viego's moving bot lane. I'm a little bit worried about this, as Thresh is now caught off. The W hits, the stun lands, and the Flay goes wide. He loses half his health, but they're not able to all in on that.
Yep.
Next objective is 3.5 minutes, or I'm sorry, 40 seconds. Dragon is in 3.5 minutes. The Rift Herald is up in 40 seconds. Meanwhile, top tower falls. That is
some very big top prio.
I can't tell if that's feats.
It is.
I have no idea. If Western got the first 3 kills, that's feats. Otherwise, the next objective for Western will give them the feats.
Oh wait, no, I heard the horn.
It was feats. They got first 3 kills. No, I don't think they got, right? No, it doesn't say in chat. I can't tell.
I'll check. I'll review the VOD.
Check. How are you gonna check?
I'm
throw
just
the airstrike.
Stream. Yeah, no, they got feats. Red team claimed feat of warfare, and they got the first tower.
Yep. That is. Oh, okay, so they did.
Yep, they did. I heard the horn.
Excellent. So feats over to the side of Western. That alleviates a lot of the pressure that they were feeling earlier in the game. Juman. Oh, it's just a Juman movie. This guy is dead again. He doesn't have a tower. He's got nowhere to run. The auto attacks are killing him, cutting him down. Viego's here, and Viego might die too. He has to flash away. The spectator death of agony, trying to help this Ornn out, but this Ornn needs to sit under a nexus, dude. He's not safe anywhere. Oh my god. I mean, Juman is literally taking Western from defeat into victory right now. Their early game was looking very poor after that grub fight. And Juman Another hook landing onto the Nami here. The Vayne immediately pops ult, walks right into the CC abilities though, trying to focus the Jinx, but you just need to kill the Nami. They finally do, but the Jinx now has tempo stacked up. Oh, that hook almost landed, but now they're getting hit on for free, yeah.
Wait.
Oh, my ult lands mid.
Oh,
Yep, that's exactly
huge.
what I was saying. I think they might have our stream open. I think they might be hearing me right now. That's exactly what you need to do. The way listening into the broadcast saves his ult for the Vi ult, so it's a guaranteed ability. It does so much damage, it does a lot of slowing, and it provides one of his abilities for his passive and kind of guarantees another one because of that slow.
I bet you at least one person was yelling that, like, yo, wait.
No, I think
wait
they're watching
the
the stream,
cooldown.
I'm not even lying.
They-
Thanks for the support,
They're
Little.
predicting the future. They're only like 4 minutes
He
delayed, I
heard me
think.
yell at them. He heard me yell at them. Stop missing your ult. Wait, let's check.
Who is in the mid lane right now?
Oh, no, that's Noah.
Ah. I see. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you're absolutely right, the pork. Whoa.
Thank you very
Western
much.
is kind of going strong right now. A little bit.
And we can see the gold is exactly... Sorry, I'm eating Thin Mints. The gold is
Mac and
exactly where you
cheese,
want it
don't
on the
worry, I
side of
feel you.
Western. You have 5 kills in that side push top lane that really can't be responded to. We see now that Viego is booking a top lane, but in exchange for this, they're giving all the pressure on this dragon that's up in 15 seconds, and they're allowing mid and bot to push in. But it's not like you can't do anything about it. You can't just let the Aurelia sit. She's going to take your entire base. She's going to kill this Ornn 20 more times.
She's up double his
Somebody
CS.
has to help him. Oh, yeah, she's double his CS. She's got 5 gold. I'd be willing... prod team, if you can, could you press the X button and then give it like
It'll
a second
show,
and
like,
then
gold
press
difference.
it again? Yeah, that's going to show the gold for each character. And I'd be willing to bet this Aurelia has probably double, maybe more than double this Ornn's gold right now. Definitely, certainly the most gold in the game. I mean, she is a wealthy connoisseur. We might see her buy a full item right now. Yep, she bought a full hull breaker.
Yep.
And that just makes
Hull
his life
breaker.
more miserable.
Yep. It's insane.
And
It's
meanwhile,
just
like, the most
insane.
important thing is, this lead is, I mean, he's not 1v9 anymore. He spread the lead to his team by moving to that dragon fight. Now his entire team is ahead. And like I said, gold on the right people. I mean, I will say this is Western's game to lose.
Yep. It can happen. It absolutely can happen.
Juman
I can only imagine how, but
no
I
chill.
got ideas.
With patent pending 10 CS a minute.
Very
impressive.
Actually, holy.
Yep. And this is something he does very commonly.
I think that is just insane. You have 2 people on your team that have perfect CS while also maintaining gold leads. Like,
And if you're on
kills.
the side of UMW, I mean, unfortunately, there's just no hope, right? You just have to hope that they mess up at some point. And so far, Western has not shown any signs of that. They caught them off guard with that early macro play, which I think was really good. And I know that the coach Zach, meanwhile, there's an all-in top lane here. I know that coach Zach has talked about that lane swap very, very much. So it's not like Western wasn't aware, but possibly they just didn't
they
expect
just
it.
got stuck in analysis paralysis in their base, man.
Yeah, and I think they just got greedy. They didn't want to give that, but as a hook lands on Viego here, but there's a lot of people there. Immediately, Juman TP's in, and they're forced to walk away. You know, TPing into 4 people as a combo lands, Juman loses half his health here. Actually looking like all his health as he's forced to flash away, and Juman dies at the start of the fight. This is what I mean, it's Western's game to lose, and now they're trying to engage. At the back end of this, the Hui is doing so much damage! That Hui does so much damage, but it's just too late. No more members of Western to frontline. That's exactly what I mean, is Western's game to lose. That hook lands, and they have no vision there, but Juman blindly trusts anyway, TPs into 4 people, and I was about to say, leave it to Juman to be too strong to even, like, be 1v4'd. Like, he was genuinely going to TP into 4 people as a re-engage happens here for some reason. Lemon Haribo gets caught by that vision on the Jinx W and just dies. Gives a shutdown as well. That is not good. Jinx got so much gold from that. Jinx got about 1,500 gold from that, as we can see. She got a double kill with a 500 gold shutdown. Viego got the Otacon and a shutdown as well. And as you can see, the gold graph is even now. Really not what you like to see. Yep. I'd be willing to bet this Jinx
They're
is
up almost
1,000 to
5K?
2,000 gold up on the Vayne. And this Viego is maybe 4,000 gold up on the Vi.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Jeez.
It's you know, there's a fine balance that you need to find in League between not letting your leg off the tiger's neck, and also if you're winning, don't force it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't let them just chill. You can't just keep trading like objectives and stuff if you're ahead, because you want to force your lead and like get more off of it. But also, the more you do, the more room
You want
for
them to make mistakes.
Yeah, the more you do, the more
Truly.
room for mistakes you give yourself, where you really don't need to like risk it. Something like that where you're TPing into the fight rather than like into the back of the fight or somewhere safer. It might work, right? If there's not 4 of them, then it's a fine TP. But why risk it, you know? If you're up that much gold, and you know that if the Aurelia dies, the fight might be over, why risk it? I will say a really good snipe from the Jinx to rocket the Aurelia back there. That really decided the outcome of that fight. If the Aurelia lives at 1 HP, I mean, she can even rejoin the fight, heal off of anything, but being dead at the very start of the fight, and then Western choosing to keep the fight going past the Jinx reset. I understand that a few of them really didn't have the ability to get out at that point, so why not try to get a kill or something, but to try to push that fight past the breaking point after their Aurelia dies. Gosh, using his Lantern for vision there, very smart.
This is very scary.
A lot of people converging for this 4th dragon could be Mountain Soul, and if the Mountain Soul goes on the side of Western, I don't see any way that UMW wins this game. Yeah, they just can't kill the Aurelia anymore.
I mean, unless they...
As they are 5-manning mid. You were saying earlier about an ARAM. This is literally an ARAM.
Yeah.
As the Ornal gets popped very early, they're trying to catch. They catch the way, and now everyone's on the way, but you can't do that. You're down way too much gold. Wait, I lied. Oh my gosh, I lied. Oh no.
Wow.
As Juman goes down, 2 goes down, everyone's going down, Lemon Haribo goes down.
It's like
they
7
got
seconds
iced.
of stuff.
Oh, they could do it. I lied, they could do it.
Yeah.
Recognizing the switch of priority in the game, UMW clicks their engage button, snipes the way, and unfortunately the Lantern was not available to get him out of that situation there, so the way just goes down from the Viego W that connects and brittles after the Ornn ults. And past then, once Jinx gets that first reset, I mean, you can see Juman dives into the backline there and tries to get something done. But, I mean, once again, he can't 1v4. He's not that strong. He can't get past their frontline and into the Jinx, who now has 2 items, including an Infinity Edge, and is 5-0, and now has that Ornn upgrade as well. The Jinx is probably the most wealthy and... Oh, is there a pause? No chill says PC boom.
PC. PC boom.
Yeah, this Jinx is easily the richest character in the game right now, and so strong. And honestly, has all of the resources to be able to carry. She has the strong front line with CC, has the Ornn. She has the assassin that takes a lot of that, takes a lot of the eyeballs in the fight with the Viego. She's got the control mage, Syndra, and she has the enchanter with CC Nami, and she has every tool to win this game. The game has now switched, and it is UMW's game to win. So, or excuse me, UMW's game to lose. So, Western is now in that flip-flop position of hoping that UMW makes a mistake on one of these objectives, trades that dragon for a Baron or something, or pushes too far, and maybe they get a good flank with the Aurelia, but the front to back is no longer doable.
Yeah. No, they're just going to get immediately blown up.
I respect this Ornn. Goes down 100 CS, gets 0 kills, engages anyway.
Yep. Giga Chad.
Looks like people are getting water, so if you're watching the stream and you're thirsty, go ahead and get some water. Go ahead and hydrate. Who's
I have
drated?
Pulled up the LoL personally. I know I can't do it on
Loldle?
stream.
I was told to do the Loldle today, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that with you. Let's do
Ooh.
it together. What are we guessing first? If you
do
guys
want me to
are,
just-
if you guys are on the, if you guys are watching the stream, go ahead and do Loldle with us. Go ahead and pull it up. We'll do it together.
Here, I got you. Join.
No. I'm gonna do it on my own.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna do it Aatrox.
Aatrox? Okay, good start.
Well,
Aatrox, not a male.
Well.
It is a top laner plus something else. Not a Darken, not manaless, and a melee champion not from Runeterra or Storima from past 2013. I think. So
Wow.
it is a melee female.
it's a. Yep.
I'm gonna go
and
with
Bessa.
Camille. I want to go with
Ooh.
no, because Camille. No, because it has to be top and something else. Although I guess you. Ooh.
Wow, that was a
Poppy.
good guess. Newer
Wait,
than
was it Camille?
2016?
You ran Camille? Okay, I'll do Camille. Then.
Yeah, I ran Camille. That's a good guess.
Oh yeah, newer than 2016. Interesting. As we're getting some developments. Yeah, we are having some PC difficulties. It looks like. So just give us a minute. Like I said, get a glass of water, get a snack, rehydrate, do what you need to do. We'll be back soon.
Yep.
So it's a human, I would say, human female, mana melee. I mean, we could guess Mbessa, but I don't know where else she's played that other than top. She's fairly new, so it might be. I'm gonna go Mbessa.
Mid. Well.
No.
Oh wait, she's.
No, that was wrong.
Well.
Oh yeah,
I
she's
forgot
not
she's
mana.
energy.
Whoopsies.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's past 2016. Obviously. Earlier than
Ooh,
2024.
it's played
I think
top
Poppy, but
with
Poppy,
mana.
Poppy's. There's no way Poppy is more recent than Camille. Poppy's an old character. Aurelia?
Is it Aurelia? Is Aurelia mana?
Yeah. I'm gonna run Aurelia. No.
Nope.
So it's top and something else. Oh, sorry. The game is resumed now.
Oh, game's back.
We are back in the game. I saw the pings and I was like, oh, we're back into it.
Yeah.
So looking towards this next fight, Western surely doesn't want to fight, but the Baron is up in 30 seconds, and with this Jinx so strong, UMW is in a very strong position to threaten this Baron. And it is the onus is on. Oh, as we're getting pause buffer now. Game is not broken, prod. Don't worry about it. That's just what happens when you pause. The spectator gets paused a little bit after. Yeah, the onus is now on Western to make something work from thin air on the next fight. And oh my gosh, we can see in the jungle that Viego is up 2 items on this Vi, who is feeling the pressure right now. Her job is made not so easy now that the lead has been dropped. She can't really afford to just ult in and get someone CC'd anymore because she's going to die immediately. She can't really get anything done off of that. Meanwhile, UMW barreling into the top lane. No-Chill does have that vision to avoid this gank. And looks like UMW is actually giving their bot tower here. The Syndra not going to get there in time. So Aurelia going to be able to claim this tower before the Syndra arrives. Might get baited into doing something down here as UMW now starts the Baron. Immediately get off of it as the vision is achieved from Western, so they know their plans. As the Syndra can't really fight here, but neither can the Vi, and she's now caught out losing her entire speed bar. She does Blast Cone away, but now she's half HP, and that is a green light for UMW, and you can see they are immediately turning towards this Baron. Nope, they're walking away. I lied to all of you. Aurelia now moving up, has a really good flank here, but the rest of her team is not in position, so Aurelia not taking a reset, just sitting in that jungle waiting for Syndra to maybe walk up or a wave to arrive. Gonna move down to that wave now. Vision is now cleared from that Baron, so Western is completely blind on this worm, and they have to assume that UMW can start this at any point, which they are now doing, unbeknownst to Western. They're now the Western has pushed that mid wave, and the Thresh is now walking into the jungle, and will receive vision. He does put that ward down. They're off the Baron once again, kind of just playing bounce tag, but UMW is really getting the better of these trades because they have the ability to snap on that Baron at any time, and Western has to respect that. As the engage now happens mid lane, the Lantern allows him to dodge that. Flash forward from the Nami, lands that brittled bubble, and they're going to maybe kill this Vayne. No, the Vayne is actually out, and meanwhile, re-engage from the Aurelia, but this might be too much. The Vial lands onto the Jinx, and they kill the Jinx! That's the fight! That's the fight, that's all! The Aurelia is now in the backline hitting the Syndra. The Syndra goes down! The Nami's able to live in the backline, but they don't care about a fish. They're going straight for the worm.
You got the tactical pause, bro. They heard the game plan.
Galactic multiverse did the Nami tries to defend this tower, and fish ends up becoming sushi. Wow. I don't know how in the multiverse that Lemon Haribo lived there. That made absolutely no sense to me.
Yeah, no idea.
That Vayne pulled so much out of the bag there to try to get out of that situation. She used everything and was somehow, with the invisibility plus her flash, able to reposition just enough to get out of that terrible situation. Meanwhile, all of those cooldowns vert on, no offense, Lemon Haribo, a pretty useless Vayne. Leads to that snap engage from the Vi. Once that Ornold is down and the Viego's invis is used and he's out of it, that Ornold or the Vi ult goes immediately down, leads right into a Hui ability, leads right into the Aurelia getting onto the Jinx's face. Jinx tries to get out of the situation but has no flash and really has no peel from that Nami, who flashed forward to catch that Vayne, and was able to, but they can't kill. And then suddenly the Aurelia is killing their entire team. The Vayne, once the Jinx dies, like I said, all their damage is gone. But now they're 5-manning down into here. Very important. The Dragon in 30 seconds. Once again, did I just see the Thresh lock it? Yeah, okay, the Thresh misclick lock it. That's not very good.
No.
Not ideal. Shouldn't be misclicking things. As the vision control now goes over to the side of UMW. Quickly going to fall over to Western, who double pinked this bush. My goats. 200% vision. As they are trying to control this space. Viego actually a little bit stuck in the drag pit, but they don't know he's there, so they can't take advantage of it. Trying to control this space desperately. The dragon has now spawned. This is Soul Point, but importantly, inhibitor wave is pushing in the mid lane, so UMW cannot afford to stay here forever, and we can see they're already getting pushed back to clear this wave. And while they do so, Western is going to look to start this dragon. Viego is going to have to pull a very important steal out of here, but I fear that even if he steals, they might be in a very poor position. They have not burned this dragon fast enough, though, and the entire team of UMW is barreling down into here. They do have vision on it. Viego goes into the pit. He does steal it, and the Ornn tanks the whale. Things are going very poorly indeed, as the Ornn is now out. Oh, man. So Viego does end up stealing it. Oh, and the Jinx gets Vi ulted, but Vi, there is nobody here. Flashes out, does end up living, fortunately, by the skin of his teeth. But, oh man, I feel like Western's falling into another trap of getting too complacent. Earlier they got too uncomplacent, and now they're getting too complacent. You know, they're up 5,000 gold, and they do have the ability to win these fights with ease, especially now that the Aurelia has Death's Dance. But they let UMW walk way too far into that situation, and once they recognized that UMW was pushing off of the dragon pit there, they really needed to instantly start that dragon and get it killed so they could get their Mountain Soul.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
not having that soul at this point when it's like incredibly even. I mean, albeit there's a definite gold lead.
It's not even anymore. It used to be even. It's not even anymore because this Hui has finished his Rabadons, the Aurelia has finished her Death Stance, and the potential to ace the team is very significantly in Western's favor right now. Wasn't earlier, but after they won that really clutch fight.
Yeah, that was
of course
the fight.
You know, the Jinx still has, I mean, the Jinx has like probably double the gold of the rest of her team combined, plus the Masterwork item on her Infinity Edge. And the Jinx is by no means weak. Certainly has the potential to ace Western's team, but Western is building appropriately and getting the correct items to not be aced. The locket is up now, so the next look for Western is going to be this Baron in 2 minutes. Really not that much to do. I'd like to see them try to gate out of the jungle. They do have the inhibitor pushed mid lane. That inhibitor will be back up, but before the Baron is up, though. So I'd like to see what Western does about that. Maybe send a lot of people mid lane and try to collect it, but I fear they really can't do that without a fight ensuing. Speaking of fight ensuing, it looks like Juman is... Oh, he's doing fine. He's finished his 4th item as well, and he's so strong. He's got all the resistance stats he needs. He has the upgraded ninja tabbies, the armored advances, I think they're called. And I think unbeknownst to him... Oh, okay. Now it's beknownst. Speaking of beknownst, they are now taking this bot tower with the pressure they gained. Nami Nami is sent up top lane to try to deal with this Aurelia, maybe catch her pushing up too far, but Aurelia playing very smart, getting the right bushes warded and understanding that they're going to play for her. And while they do, Western plays for the bot instead, and the number advantage goes to them. Wait, who was the Lodel? Did you already guess it?
No, I have not yet, but I
guess
can throw
Poppy
out an
wasn't
answer.
Poppy.
I think because it's we're seeing a lot of top, and then we guessed Irelia, right?
Yeah, it wasn't Aurelia, so it's not mid and top. It's top and
What about Gwen?
something else. Oh yeah, it's gotta be
Because
Gwen.
it's human.
Yeah, it was Gwen.
Is it?
Yeah, it was Gwen.
W.
Just playing the Lodel in the lull of the game. You guys see what I did there?
I know what I think I know the next one. I know it because it reminds me of Dibby.
I love Dibby. As the inhibitor has now come back up, the Baron is up in 20 seconds here. Ornn now crafting another masterwork item. Nope, never mind. He's crafting his own item.
Yep.
Look, goes a little bit wide. They do have that warded. I think he knew as soon as the dodge patterns happened from the hook, he knew it was warded. So heads on play from Thresh there to immediately sweep that bush, and they are now walking back in. The Nami gets hooked. He definitely can't take that hook though. Just some back and forth in these vision plays. If both teams are aware that the other team has the ability to ace them if they engage the fight incorrectly.
Yep.
So neither team is really engaging. Just playing on these visions. Yeah.
Yep. Trying to
You ever
catch one out.
played Melee? Smash Brothers Melee?
Dude, yes.
Do you know the concept of 20XX, where the
Yeah. It's Final Destination
both
Fox
players
only.
both players pick Fox, and then they end up just sitting on their side of the map because if one person moves, they lose.
Yep.
That's what's going on here.
Yep. I used to play a lot of Melee, actually.
Juman with a very strong flank here. The Viego does not know about it. He does not land the stun on him, but he does land the ult, and now the Vi Q lands. The Vi ult as well, and they get into that. They kill the Viego, but the real threat is hitting from the backline as the Jinx is now going to collect some takedowns, but she does get hooked and dies. A clutch hook at the end of that. Lemon Haribo at 1 HP, but he's invisible. Flash forward for the final kill there.
Holy
Way
Lemon
too aggressive onto the
Haribo.
Viego at the start there, and the Jinx is able to almost collect way too much for that. But Western's damage dealers, the Vayne and the Hui, are able to sit in the backline and throw out so much control over this fight that the Vayne can't play. And then a clutch
When did
hook
Vayne
at
get
the end of
Aatrox
that
passive?
fight.
Look at that. Like,
That's her 8% lifesteal.
jeez.
So useless. Bork lifesteal is the most aesthetic thing in the game, by the way. It doesn't use
I
any-
mean, look at the Vayne's health right now, though.
No, I don't care. Her passive healing is more than that.
Oh.
Vayne walking like she's going to take the Raptors, but then realize she's playing Vayne. Baron is up, and the soul is achieved. Meanwhile, gold leads have gone significantly once again into the favor of Western. We can see the Sway building towards a Void Staff. Already has that really important component. What's it called?
Lasting one. The
No,
crystal?
no, the other one. Yeah.
I don't know what that's called.
But also has the upgraded Magic Pen boots, which give more percentage pen.
Yeah.
So this Way is going to be very, very potent in these fights. Notably, the Jinx finishing her 4th item. A little bit of a fight coming out here as the Viego deals a lot of damage onto the Vayne, but doesn't quite get the kill. Now the Syndra Stun comes out. The Viego's trying to get it. They end up getting the Thresh. The Viego goes down, but so does the jungler. And now Juman's in their backline, hitting so much. That is the most illegal thing I've ever seen. Flashes in. He gets another kill.
He's still in. What?
He gets another kill. What just happened on my screen? I was saying earlier that he can't 1v4. He's not that strong. He just 1v4'd! His team's dipped out of the fight. He seems like, okay, that's enough. Juman's like, no, I kill. And then 1v4s into their backline, kills 3 of them, and the last one runs. That was the most absurd thing I think I've ever seen in my life, by the way. I think only Juman sees that angle. If you gave me that position 100 times, I would never see that angle 100 times.
Yep.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. That is the most I'm watching that again on stream. I don't care. That is the most
That
ridiculous
was.
thing I've ever seen in my life. How did this happen?
Just
Literally,
made my
how did this
stomach
happen?
hurt. I watched
Okay,
him go in and get the
it's not
one,
live
and
yet.
then the flash made me like
The fact
sick.
that he killed Jinx there is the most ridiculous. I know that Jinx is like slamming her keyboard too. I would be too.
Yeah.
That is the most ridiculous thing in the world. The fact that she kills the Jinx there. She somehow
Yep.
dashed through their entire team, who were actively using CC on her, dodges all of the CC, and then just autos the Jinx to death in like 4 autos because she had the Hull Breaker ready and she has the
So
Death
insane.
Stance not letting her die. She gets the first cleanse from Death Stance, which cleanses that damage pool, and then the second one after the second kill. And I mean, I thought the Ornn might have killed her, but that she wasn't even close, to be honest. She was 1 HP and somehow not even close.
Yeah.
Just absolutely ridiculous. So well played by Juman. I would say Juman putting on a masterclass this game. Was the full voice staff is now achieved, and the hook lands on Viego. He gets out, but lands a Hwei ult on his way out, and you're not escaping that.
You can't get Baron.
Great hook.
That's impossible.
The vision control there is so important. I mean, once Western's confident that they can win any fight that's picked, they do a really good job of controlling this vision. We saw earlier that they were really struggling to do so because they were under the fear that if they engage incorrectly, they lose the game. And you know, to a certain extent, that's true. But also, you need to also do something. You can't be too complacent when your gold lead is this high. You can't give them the opportunity to get back in the game because catch-up XP is a thing, and objective bounties are a thing. Not this game, but you know, certain games, and you have to be able to do something. Meanwhile, Western 5-manning down in this bot lane with the Baron wave. Viego's still dead. I don't think they're going to be able to collect this tower, but they're pressuring a lot of stuff, and the Vial goes immediately onto the Jinx, and a flash hook from the Thresh to collect on her as well. She now dies, but the jungler goes down, and the Juman is now taking this tower for free, and looks like he's going to go down as well. Oh no, Juman goes down there, biting off way more than they can chew at this play. Boy, free hitting from the back line, but now Lemon Haribo is now killing them all, and he's up against, he kills the, oh my goodness.
Lemon
Haribo
1v5
versus the world. Both of our Korean friends on the team just taking their 1v4s respectively and absolutely dominating the game.
Oh man.
Absolutely beautiful. Oh man, what a great game to watch. Ups and downs for sure. Western has a lot to learn from that dragon fight that they, or not the dragon, that fight that they lost that dropped them so much gold. They have a lot to learn from that, especially, you know, calling a play when it's bad. Even if you're that ahead, plays can go bad, and with champions like Jinx on the enemy team, things can go poorly. Okay, I think we're gonna take a break between games, so whenever you're ready.
This is where we finish LoL. thing. Yep. Hey, there we go.
Hello, we are watching draft. So this portion of draft means their champions are already picked. They drafted externally, as is the norm for league tournaments. We get to see their picks.
I'm
So
gonna
we got Set in the top. That's a Juman classic. I have to.
beat
Oh no,
you.
it's not. So this is
Discord.
not a fearless.
It's not fearless.
This is not a fearless draft. No, because they picked Quay, who was picked last game.
Wait, they're letting the play go through again?
They banned a couple champions that were picked last game as well, like the Vayne, the Vi, and the Jinx.
Man, I don't know. I think fearless is the best type of draft.
I am also
After
a fan of
watching
fearless
it.
as another aspect of the draft, but I don't mind not doing fearless either. I'll let my cat out of jail.
Speaking of, I'm gonna go feed my dogs.
All right, my cat is gonna stream with us. Cat's gonna cast. So we have a signature Bard pick. We also have the Maokai against that. Maokai is certainly a niche pick, but can certainly work as well. I'd say a standard comp. Not much, actually. I would say not much combo happening from Western's comp this game, who I can only assume is red side. My cat is such a sleepy baby. Yes, you are. He took a big nap earlier. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bedtime. Bedtime for me, please. We're going to be in a spectator delay for a little bit here. Sorry, guys, not much to say at this point. So we can see the drafts. The Warwick certainly an interesting pick. Maybe just something comfort, but doesn't really do much into the Sejuani. The Urgot into the Set matchup, pretty handshake, but the Set does have that ability to all in and win that trade if he lands his abilities, whereas the Urgot's a little bit more on the safer side. Meanwhile, Kaisa Maokai can certainly be potent. If they get ahead and they get that lead, they can abuse it. But I'd say the same about Ashe Bard. And Bard has that ability to move around the map with ease, whereas Maokai struggles a little bit more with the ranged ability.
I'm back.
Hello.
I guess
Morgana, we've been seeing that pick mid lane so much. I think it's snooze. I think Morgana mid is a
well, yeah,
a nap character.
Snooze. Even in my
nap champ, so I call it.
Elo. Even in my Elo, I see that champ and I'm just like, oh, cool. CC for 3 years.
Yeah. I don't think the game is very fun when that character is meta. That's my personal opinion. I end up banning her every game, though.
Ah, I'm alive again. I finally have food.
30 seconds till game start. Let's get hype. Wish our Broncos some luck on a quick 2-0 here. We can all go home early.
If I could yell, I would be yelling. I can just turn up the gain on my mic though. Just be like, woo! Yeah, let's get hyped.
We got the game starting here.
Ooh.
All right, and we are in. Prod if you could. Oh, looks like you're on it. Fantastic. You read my mind. So starting off here, I doubt any team will go for the invade. I speak too soon, and we have UMW barreling down the bot lane, looking for some early pressure. I should know it's a WMU game. Something's gonna happen in the before a minute 30 strikes. Someone's gonna be dead every game. I think they were possibly predicting an invade from WMU, who ended up not doing it. You know what's interesting? UMW is actually WMU backwards. I just realized the team they're fighting against is like their inverse, like their evil twin.
Right.
WMU versus
I am
UMW.
Retep, and I am evil.
I am Retep, and I am evil. Red rum, red rum,
red rum.
As they have that information that neither team is invading. Everyone goes back to their respective lanes. This does, however, mean that both top and mid lane will be late on the side of UMW. Not late to miss minions, but late to grab pressure. Neither of them particularly want it, so it's not that
How
big
do
a
you feel
deal.
about top side invades?
They're okay. Depends on what jungler you're doing it into and what top laner they have, but
I think it'd be funny.
I don't think they're always better than bot side, because vision on the bot side first buff is probably the most important you can get during an invade.
Right.
Whereas top side doesn't matter quite as much.
One thing I will say that I'm noticing, I see a lot of Juman hitting S, like as he's moving. Kind of just stopping and making sure he's like having fine-tuned movement.
Oh my gosh, this stun almost
really
lands. That Bard Q almost connects on both of the laners and lands a stun there, but unfortunately does not. Bard with Electrocute setup is looking to just put so much damage as they hit level 2 already, or excuse me, just the Bard does. Ooh. But now, as the bot lane hit level 2, the Bard's in a bad situation, flashes out, but the Kai'Sa has flash to follow, and that is first blood. Lemon Rebound now hitting on the Kai'Sa and has a lot of damage here, level 2 as well, but the passive proc from the Kai'Sa, barrier from both ADCs, and the Kai'Sa lives with a double kill. Oh, the minions? She almost died to minions. Oh, she's pushing. Maybe she dies. Maybe Zeus will smite her. Zeus not feeling so generous today as Kai'Sa goes home with a double kill and 10 CS up. Not a good start to the game. 1,000 gold down at 2.5 minutes. I will say I've seen worse as a big train lands top lane. Juman level 3. This actually probably results in a kill. Juman with full grit now. Flashes forward, predicts the Urgot's flash. Holy. They go flash for flash there. Not much better of a situation can happen from that. And the Urgot is now 1 HP. Juman notably does have Warwick passive on him, so that Warwick has more movement speed for his clear and has the ability to run down that Set, who is now pushing that wave in, has healed past that Urgot, or past the Warwick breakpoint, and is feeling pretty safe himself. That's what I was saying about the Set being able to do those all-ins. You know, he had that level up timer, and he just went all in with it and completely 100-0 the Urgot. Didn't quite get that kill, but of course if that sweet spot hit. Meanwhile in the bot lane, Ashe caught out by a tree in the bush. Bard Q does not land onto the Kai'Sa, but Kai'Sa does not. She lands that W on a minion instead of the Ashe, so Ashe ends up losing quite a bit of HP there. Good vision play from the Maokai. Meanwhile, we see the Sejuani trying to help out the bot lane in their pretty poor wave state here, but fortunately she does not think she can do much to save it. Bard going to try to save it himself, but now the Ashe is going to engage on as soon as the Sejuani gets out of there. The portal is up, but the Ashe cannot take it. Flashes away, but ends up getting caught by that last auto instead, and that frozen wave proving so detrimental to Western's bot lane already. I think the Sejuani needed to stay and push that wave with them. They really got punished for that. Meanwhile, in the top lane, the Set 1v2ing against this Warwick, who is setting up shop in the top lane. The wave, of course, is pushing into Juman, so Set loses basically nothing from this.
Yep, exactly.
Warwick resetting and getting back on this clear a good 30 seconds after this Sejuani is. How much that matters, I'm not entirely sure. The Sejuani can't really do all that much with the tempo, but she will have it regardless, and we'll see how she uses it. Meanwhile, speaking of using it, the Bard getting some really good roams in while that wave is stuck on WMU's side in the bot lane. Landing some important wards. They're going to not quite spot this Warwick, but they know where his camps are spawning. They know where he's likely to be.
Oh, the shield.
Cat is a dork. Spell shield blocks that stun from going through. Urgot with a roam mid here. No, he's under the chair. Well, he took a very big nap today. As the Warwick has converged with his bot lane, moving straight to this dragon, and of course, with the lead that's been amassed by this Kai'Sa, this dragon will be given to the side of UMW, I have to expect.
Absolutely.
And with no vision.
UMW.
Oh, they have vision now, but I think Western, yeah, looks like Bard's recalling Sejuani started her gromp. I think Western's has the understanding that with the lead given, there's just no way they can contest this, especially against an early game champion like Warwick, who has the ability to survive off of that dragon and
just blow
really
you up.
dominating these fights. Yeah, so they're gonna go ahead and give that. They're okay with it. Let's see if they choose to maybe shift their bot lane into the top or something like that. Get to up. 2 minutes on the spawn time for them. We have a little bit of time. Shoved in that Kai'Sa. So I don't think they subbed in. As an engage happens bot lane, the Urgot ult goes wide through his own teammate's fear. The Hoyle putting so much damage in. The Sejuani goes down, but now the Set is here. Ults into 3 of them. The Morgana flashes, still gets caught by it, but the Set's putting so much damage out. Wei unfortunately has no mana to follow this up, but Set has a lot of movement speed, has the full tier 2 shoes. The flash forward with the fear with the last remaining bit of his mana does end up on the Set getting a double kill. Tier 2 shoes allows them to get to that fight so much faster and just chase them all down. Excellent ult angle deals so much damage and slows all of their team throughout that full fight.
I also truly think that Urgot maybe gets out of there if he didn't pick up the 2 healing lake plants. Like, possibly. I don't think he's
Urgot missing his ult there off of his own teammate's fear was the solidifying factor of what happened in that fight. Bard collecting on some support items here. Getting that 1 minion killed under tower as well, making his mid laner lose a minion. That's my goat. As we see the same situation happening this game, UMW has swapped their bot lane to top now with a more defiant response to it. WMU is swapping their bot to top. Set will be on time this time and not drop some waves. Their bot lane may miss a few minions under the tower, but they will at least be there before any definitive claim of the objective is made. However, I think I maybe spoke too soon, as the Sejuani has made the call to give this objective as well. I don't particularly hate it. Again, their bot lane, it's kind of the same situation as last time, where the top lane has so much of that gold for the team, which is kind of the only reason their gold is even, and the bot lane is just too far behind. So you send the top laner bot because you need to 2v2 the top lane. You need to respond with your bot lane into the top, or else your top will lose too much. But that means your gold is not at the objective anymore, and you can't really fight it. So bit of a macro error from Western so far in this game. Ends up on them losing the first 2 objectives. But the first 2 objectives do not decide the entire fate of the game. There's a lot of League of Legends to be played yet.
I'm kind of scared for this Morgana late game. Even just in like other fights, like big team fights, I feel like that.
I think she will
Styana's
struggle
gonna
to
be
be
nuts.
useful. This is my expectation. Her champion does not do a whole bunch in this particular game. She maybe puts a spell shield on the Kaisa, which I guess could be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, surely not unhelpful. But you know, that spell shield pops so quickly with the AP threats on Western's team. Bard getting caught by some CC in the mid lane, taking his detour. He's been mid quite a few times this game. Sacking his bot lane ever so slightly, doesn't quite matter as the stun lands there. The Bard flashes, but with a Maokai to follow, ends up hitting a crucial ult on two of them, and the Hui ult to follow. Bard goes down after a flash, but the Hui ult is claiming their lives. Morgana responds with her ult, stuns up the Sejuani, but the Sejuani might be able to catch. The Maokai jumps in. The Hui W almost snipes. Was so close there. And the Kaisa ults in on that Morgana route. And that is going to be the end of the fight. Flashes forward for the Hui as well, but I think the Hui Fear might save his life. Nope, doesn't even need it. So a bit too ambitious on that flash from the Kaisa. Overall, such a good start to that fight. The Hui ult perfectly timed on that Bard ult. I mean, the Hui walks away after doing it, and that's perfectly fine. That's all he needed to do, and just nukes their backline. I will say this Maokai, quite on top of these trades. Juman misses that E, unfortunately, not able to continue this trade into a kill. Have to believe that if he landed that, it would have been a dead Urgot.
It would have been that Urgot for sure.
As the Ashe not quite able to claim that plate, would have been a very nice addition to her pockets. But this Urgot, or not the Urgot, the Maokai, I meant to say, getting some vision in the mid lane. Kaisa also pushing mid lane, and Morgana able to hold those waves because her champion has escaped the balance buffs. Meanwhile, Bard with 20,000 movement speed is able to just get in, place a ward, and get out. Sejuani once again on the wrong side of the map for this objective, choosing to give it. Yep. I don't hate the idea, but you know, this is feats. Not feats, but this is. Well, is this feats feat. Actually?
I think it's feats.
Yeah, that's feats. So we've given feats over to the side of UMW just because we're on the wrong side of the map for these objectives so far.
Did we get the first three? No.
No, you can see that they have the upgraded boots. You can see the Maokai's boots and the Kaisa's boots are already upgraded, so feats have been claimed. That E misses once again. Crucial E as the Sejuani was waiting right there to respond to that. Kaisa with a full item against the Ashes, almost Kraken. Stun unfortunately does not land there, would have been a really good engage. Yeah. Warwick on a bot side invade here is going to claim all of Sejuani's camps. I don't imagine that they could look for a dive, especially with the Ashe arrow available, but no vision on this Warwick invading. The Sejuani will soon find out, but it possibly will be too late. Now they have vision on it, and the Bard is looking around. Does portal out of there as the Warwick ult goes wide. Baby, I'm praying on you tonight. As they're going to maybe look for this Maokai. No, Sejuani playing passive once again. The Bard ult does not land, unfortunately. Kaisa is still extremely strong.
Back up to
very careful of that. Urgot has to flash out of that. I mean, Juman is just a dominating strength.
Just so oppressive.
He's a pillar of Western in this game, just creating value and a lead where there really is none. And you know, absolutely, I would say he was the pillar of game one for sure, and looking to be that way again, as Western's bot lane is down a extremely sizable amount of gold.
Yeah, I mean that.
Did he just throw
what
his
freak of nature flash under tower? Or, well,
Urgot keeping in, looking for a fight here. He has that full cleaver, moving immediately to ult. I mean, his autos are doing 3 damage apiece. Look at that. He pops that ult immediately, but the ninja tabbies from Set just block so much of that damage that even with all of that, even with that armor shred from the Black Cleaver and the slow from the ult, he's not able to get even half of Juman's health. Yeah. And Juman happy to even not recall here. I imagine he's sitting on a full stride breaker, but he's happy to just not even bother recalling. He doesn't need to. Yeah. He's not even worried about the Urgot, who's a full item up right now. I don't think he'll get a kill until he recalls, but he's certainly not far away from it. Bot lane, the Bard has abandoned the Ashe once again. The Ashe has finished her full item now, so she's able to clear these waves a little bit faster. But I fear without the Bard's help, she will be possibly dove here, as they now find the Bard top lane. Nope, they will end up trying to recall here, as the Bard does have the ultimate available. Urgot getting too close to tower now. He does ult the Urgot, but Warwick shows up and zones them off the play. I think the Bard ult needed to come in way earlier. Letting him get too close to the tower there means the set really isn't able to close that gap and get in range to E him close and then ult him backwards, which I think is the ultimate goal there. Maokai choosing to move up for this. We can see the Rift Herald's up in 30 seconds. I don't know how many more objectives Western can give. It looks like they're going to have to give this next objective as well. And I think that's okay. Lemon Haribo caught in a bit of a pickle. He does land that slow, and Morgana's forced to flash out of that. The set is forced to TP, though. And Bard, almost dying, ends up dying to the Kai'Sa ult, who goes in. But the Kai'Sa going in means she's caught by so much CC, and the Hoi ult tags her. She flashes out, but that doesn't stop the damage, and Hoi connects on a kill there. Unfortunately, Sejuani does die for it, but that's a 400 gold shutdown onto the Hoi. A great person to have that gold, and the Kai'Sa dying there is amazing, especially burning her flash as well. I don't know why she flashed. The Hoi ult was already on her. As Maokai sacrificing his HP to get them off this objective. Warwick ends up smiting and claiming it, but now he is caught by the Stride Breaker, slowed a great amount. The flash forward from Juman does not want to let him out, and then ends up dying to the burn in the middle of the Haymaker. Wow, Juman has so much damage. I'm always astounded by this set character and how much damage he has. The auto cancels there and managing his cooldown so well. I mean, he just makes it look like the set has so much hidden damage. Continuing into the game, we see the Morgana is flashless right now. Ashe is not able to stay into this game, Ashe is not able to stay in this lane at the moment. Has to recall, especially with that Warwick staring her down. She's not safe. 1v1, anyone could show up and just collect on her kill and then take the tower. So
just hear that. Ooh.
Hello, my baby.
Baby, I'm praying on. Max has the cat debuff.
Debuff?
He's just there.
I mean debuff.
That is first tower disappearing, by the way.
First tower is disappearing indeed. Feats are gone, so that doesn't actually mean that much, but
right.
It is certainly a factor, as now the Rift Herald is sent mid lane as well. This could be another tower. Getting pretty low, and now there's an engage onto the Warwick, who gets CC'd and jumps into the Herald, but the Herald dies! Warwick biting off way more than he can chew there, and Juman looking for angles where there's absolutely nothing to look for. I love this top laner. He's so proactive on the map, understanding his limits and others. That was the stupidest hitbox I've ever seen in my life, by the way. I don't know how that Morgana root hit. Urgot TPing into this play. They really want this play. The dragon does fall, but there might be a fight afterwards. As they're trying to chase him down, the Sejuani lands that ult, is trying to get to his team, takes that Bard portal out, but the Maokai's onto the play. A Juman ults into their entire team and lands so much damage on the backline. He is getting stunned up by the Morgana now, and he does fall. Meanwhile, in the backline, Lemon Haribo heading for free for now, but does go down. Now it's just Bard and a Sejuani. There's no damage left in the remaining members of Western.
They just fall.
They do end up catching them on the back end of that play there. Maokai with Swifties and the Trailblazer gives him so much movement speed and ability to catch up with them that even with that distance that they had, they weren't able to continue that. And Maokai was able to bridge that gap, CC the Hwei, which is the most important member to crowd control, and just catch them kind of lacking a little bit. I think the Hwei needed to burn that flash much earlier. As the TP goes on to the bot lane tower, Hwei trying not to drop too much damage. Otacon in a minute and a half. Can only imagine it will be spawning in the bot side. Right, isn't it?
Yep. It should be, yeah, high kill game.
So we're going to see some attention towards that. Certainly the gold lead is in the side of UMW, but the Hwei is finishing his Shadow Flame right now, which is a huge spike for him. The set, I can only imagine, is on maybe 1,000-something gold at the moment.
Yep.
Actually, I'm probably lying. He doesn't have that much. But he certainly got a lot. The Urgot, unfortunately, is very, very strong right now. Maokai getting caught by a couple of abilities.
2 heart crystals and a blade. And he's probably trying to finish. At least a component.
As a cleanse is forced out mid lane, but in response, the Maokai ult is going to land some roots. He gets Bartled himself, and the Sejuani's here to respond, who lands the slow on him. Bard Q does not land for that stun, but now the Warwick is here. Maokai jumps in and gets followed onto that Sejuani Q, but now Juman has arrived at the play and is going straight for the Poochie. And he ends up just killing him. He's so fast off that teleport and just sprints at the Poochie. The Maokai, thinking that he is the target, flashes away, but he was never the target. This Urgot trying to get away, but the members of Western have so much movement speed. He's locked up by that Sejuani ult. The Hui W to follow. Another stun from the Bard. Slows from the Ashe. He's getting, word I can't say, to death.
He's getting TOS to death, bro.
He's getting TOS to death. Western dropping a lot of pressure in their mid tower, but don't really care as the UMW jungler is dead, their top laner is dead. Jungler barreling down to the Otacon now. The Bard is low HP and is giving him that extra movement speed. So the jungler may be here to contest it. No, it looks like this thing is falling way too fast.
That's gone.
Yeah. Otacon is claimed by Western, and they're immediately moving to these waves. So you can see the gold gap has almost been bridged. About 1,500 gold gap at the moment. And I have to imagine that's all on the Kai'Sa. She is currently about half an item up on this Ashe. With the Infinity Edge completed once again, I don't often see the crit build on Kai'Sa. I think it's kind of poor. I don't think this is the proper Kai'Sa build.
No.
She misses out on
it might work.
Attack speed upgrade at the moment, unless I'm mistaken.
I mean, Yuntal's still pretty fast attack speed wise.
Well, she has to reach a certain amount in order to get her upgrades. Usually that means building. Usually that means building. What does she build first? Guintus? No, I don't remember what she builds.
No.
Something. I think she does build Yuntal, and then she goes into Guintus.
Where's Austin when you need him?
Yeah, I was gonna say I know a couple people that would know the answer to this, but alas, the crit Kai'Sa certainly does damage, and it is gonna be something for Western to look out for. The Shadow Flame is completed on the Hui, who will now be doing loads and loads of damage to the squishy members of UCW or UNW.
Wait, that was a riot.
UWM. Oh man.
Yeah, the riot ward.
You can buy it. They made it available in the shop as a double stun go up. Yeah, in the gemstone shop. A triple Barda ult leads into a great set W. The Warwick heals back to full. Now dying, the Orgot ult goes wide, but he's now on top of the Ashe. Does land that stun on the Ashe, and the Ashe goes down here. Meanwhile, the Sejuani is 1v9 in the backline. The Hui comes in with the ult, and the set throws them into the backline with the Hui ult on top of him. CCs all of them and gets them by the stun, or no, sorry, by the slows of that ult. And now they are sprinting away, trying to preserve their lives. They do have vision on this Kai'Sa now, and the Bard is going to be able to portal through that wall. Instead, they're going to choose to solidify this objective. Somehow, after that play, Western is even further behind in gold. I'm not exactly sure how. Did they drop? Did Set have a big shutdown? That's my only. Oh my god! The Maokai backs on vision and gets caught by a Hui QW snipe. I don't even know why he's recalling there, but very good awareness from the Hui. Collects on a shutdown there, which is actually fantastic and is going to lead to him, I imagine, getting a needlessly large rod. There it is. Hello, cat. Are you a good boy today? Rascally today, haven't you? What's your fancy toy? What's your fancy toy? Getting back onto the map here. Talk no noise, I'm gonna get a toy from right here.
I don't really know what to say. Uh-oh. Just kind of A-ramming it, trying to get prio for this, the Baron coming up.
I'm back.
Trying to make sure that the mid tower doesn't...
I love A-ramming it.
Mid tower falls.
As a Bardolt comes out, gets blocked by the spell shield there.
Yep.
That is the power of the Morgana pick.
It was looking terrifying for like half a second. Uh-oh.
Two people walking in, get Bard stunned. Not much follow-up on this play, though, as the ward goes down and immediately cleared. Western getting gated out of their jungle right now, down 2,500 gold. Pretty much all of the members of UMW on their respective item spikes right now are able to put so much threat onto the map, whereas Western are kind of waiting for one more item apiece, I would say.
Why does Warwick have three
longswords?
Three
He's
longswords?
probably building Trinity Force right now.
Oh. Oh, I see it. Yep. That is...
Yeah, there's the Phage.
That's Trinity.
Yep.
For sure.
Urgot buys an Elixir of Wrath. What is this guy cooking? You don't see that item in the hotbar very often. It takes an astute eye to know what that item is, but that is an Elixir of Wrath.
Why?
500 gold purchase for, I think it's 2.5 to 3 minutes of additional, I think it's additional AD and some Omnivamp, or some physical vamp, sorry.
I thought it was Omnivamp.
No, it's physical vamp, only on your physical damage.
Uh-oh,
As
he's
there's
gone.
engage onto this Urgot, or not the Urgot, the Warwick, who takes a lot of his damage. He gets Ash ulted into the backline. That was a voice crack.
Oh.
Not able to do too much here as the Wei was not able to get into that fight. And the Warwick is in... Oh, I don't know where's that. I don't know what's happening anymore. Something's happening. People are dying. Oh my god, the settled. Everyone's dead.
Like
Everyone's dead.
T1,
Western wins.
T1
Western
fight.
wins. Oh no. Set goes down.
So it does
I think the
indeed
set
go
died.
down.
Just splash damage from the Urgot passive.
Yep.
That was a crazy fight. I lost track of what was happening so fast.
Dude,
Basically,
that was literally
the
like
Maokai
watching...
flashed onto the Hui in the back line, and they all tried to follow up on that. They did end up killing him, but they forgot about the set that was smacking them in their faces, and the set was able to kill all of them with damage. Stop!
You remember watching Worlds? Every team fight, like mid-game, like 20 minutes in, 25 minutes in, every team fight just kind of going that way.
That's what Captain Flowers is for. I'm not Captain Flowers.
Captain Flowers?
Yeah, he's the Worlds caster. He's the shoutcaster for Worlds. Yeah, he's the one that does the
I
fight
don't know the
casting.
names of anybody.
He's like real good with it. Western still not able to bridge that gold gap even after all these fights. Somehow, oh no, sorry, I'm sorry. Okay,
Yeah,
they did bridge it, and they're 1,000.
1K.
Okay, I was
It's
gonna
not a lot,
crash
but,
out because
like,
they all
it's
have
still-
shutdowns now. If they were behind in gold and they had shutdowns, I was gonna crash out a little bit on the game. I wouldn't even be surprised though, as the Hui has finished his rabbit on such a big spike for him. Is a absolute threat on the map right now. Set himself probably about to finish a hull breaker, is my prediction. Sejuani looking for a force of nature.
I'm excited for that.
The Ashe looking for her Infinity Edge. The Trinity Force is completed by the Warwick. The Warwick at this point is not a very useful champion, which you can see by the 1 in 7 score on his character.
I did not realize that.
He's kind of lost value in this game. He got plenty of value in the early game, claiming the first 4 objectives in a row, but significantly dropped down in how much he was impacting the map. Once those first fights went the way they did and the gold went onto the set and the Hui, Warwick becomes a lot less valuable of a character. And with no vision, the Warwick is trying to look for a steal on this, but the Bard ult catches both of them, and there's so much damage to follow. The Ashe arrow goes wide, the Sejuani ult goes wide, and the Hui is claiming both of their lives regardless. His team just missed all of their abilities, and he killed them anyway. That's my goat. What a beautiful Bard R. What a beautiful Bard R. I mean, Sparty Party Bard is a force to be reckoned with.
That's Sparty?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's Sparty. Of course it is.
Heck yeah.
They're trying to push this mid tower, but mainly their focus is on this bot tower, buying some pressure for this set to be able to claim that free gold on the map. Which
That guy's gonna be a nightmare soon. I mean, he already is,
Bard
but...
coming in mid lane does not quite land a stun here, but they are going to claim this tower and move straight to bot tower or to recall. I imagine recall. Yep. The cat is going crazy over there.
Matchup.
Caster versus Rengar. Who said that? Caster versus Rengar matchup. Jay said it. Yeah, of course he did. No counterplay of that champ. That's what I'm saying, man. He's such an idiot. He's chewing on feathers right now. Item-wise, we see a Sterax purchased for the set. I was wrong about the Hullbreaker. Infinity Edge gained for the Ashe. The Blighted Jewel. I figured out the name of that item. Blighted Jewel for the... Oh, look at that minion auto. It's going to stop his smooth. There he goes. Bard tracks a minion auto and stops his passive movement speed. Why what?
Why Sterix instead of
just for survivability. He's jumping into their backline and tanking a lot of them. He's pretty much the only front line, as this one is on peel duty. So he wants to be alive for a little longer. Plus, now that the bot outer towers are down, his split push is not as oppressive. He wants to be in the fights instead. So I understand it. I respect it. I would probably do the same. Actually, no, I would mess it up. I would mess it up and then be like, dang it, I should have bought a Sterax instead.
You look at the game afterwards.
Get Taco Bell after this game. Did I say that already?
Yes, you did.
Nice. It was worth saying twice. As Western buying some pressure on the top side, looking for this top lane tower, which of course is the next thing to look at. Abandoning their mid waves here. Yeah, I mean, there's been no one here to take it. As Morgana's desperately trying to protect this tower, will be able to clear the wave. And looks like Western is on duty to wait for this next wave. Meanwhile, the set moving to the mid lane to push that wave and pressure the mid tower now, as I think more than one person has to respond to the set in order to stop them. They send the Urgot. Don't know if that'll be enough. Might be for now, as Western is now barreling down, trying to take this. The Bard ult unfortunately goes wide, responded immediately by a Maokai ult, which will connect on them. All three of them, in fact, and the Maokai's going to take this opportunity. The Warwick jumps onto the Hui flashes ult, but the Kai'Sa in there with a spell shield is unstoppable. We were talking about that earlier, and the Kai'Sa is dominating this fight. Juman is here, but too little too late, I fear, as he goes in on all of them, catches the Kai'Sa, catches two of them, flashes, does not get the sweet spot damage, but he might pentakill them here. The Sterax pops for both of them. He does not have a W back up, and unfortunately goes down in the end there. Wow. Oh, man. I think Western just griefed a little there by getting hit by that Maokai ult. You just let the Sejuani tank it and then sit behind her so you don't get hit by it as well. But all three of them getting hit by it gives Maokai whatever option he wants. He ends up going on the Ashe there, and that was the incorrect choice, but the Warwick is able to ult the Hui from 10 miles away and catch him with that suppression, which leads immediately into a Kai'Sa using her ult to dash on top of him. The Hui sends that fear out, but the Kai'Sa, as we were talking about at the start of this game, Kai'Sa goes in with the Morgana shield, which makes her a very, very oppressive force in that fight. You can't CC her away, and she's able to catch you with her movement speed and her passive. So, yeah, kind of just like I would say a clerical error for Western, getting caught by that Maokai ult. They're definitely going to learn from that and not let it happen again. But too little too late, the gold lead has now once again neutralized. This is a really close game.
I truly think one small misplay here in the next like 5 minutes and it's over.
Absolutely. I mean, the Baron is up, so one team plays a fight wrong and Baron is claimed, and that likely means inhibitor, which means not a lot of mistakes left to make. Meanwhile, the Maokai trying to get some engage angle, the set sitting right in front of him, but now the Maokai popping ult. Bard is a little bit caught in the side lane by the Urgot, and the Maokai ult catches two of them, but only the frontliners, and Juman is hitting a lot in the front line. The Hui ult comes out, claims on two of them. Juman with so much damage, does a trillion true damage because his character's balanced. Morgana, or the Kai'Sa, has that spell shield, but just goes down immediately. Morgana flashing away for her own life, but we were just talking about it. You make one mistake, and there goes the Baron. And it looks like Western's going to go for Soul first and claim them both. Morgana maybe overstaying her welcome right now, trying to steal this dragon with any sort of luck that she might have. The smite, I just saw Sejuani didn't have smite, so she actually totally could have stolen that dragon with her burn. So a little bit lucky for Western that they got that, but
incredibly.
I don't think move right to the Baron.
Is it Ocean? Is that Ocean or?
That is Ocean Soul. Yeah, there's.
Set doesn't.
It is going to be almost impossible to kill this set. Yeah, I mean, he was in front of their entire team there for a good 20 seconds during that fight and ended up more HP than he started, and that was without Ocean Soul. Set is so oppressive now, and I hate to say it, but there's really
There's
no
the
one on the
Baron.
side of UMW that can really kill him. That Kaisa has a lot of damage with her crit, and
The
she
stuns.
has also bought a she caught the Elixir of Wrath bug from the Urgot. Guys, in your solo queue games, don't do this. Don't buy Elixir of Wrath until you're full build. Don't do this. She just wasted 500 gold. And the idea is you really need to win the next fight. So you spend $500 to purchase a win on the next fight. But they didn't.
Yeah.
Because they didn't because that physical vamp and that a little bit of extra AD is not going to make the difference. So he basically just wasted $500. Kaisa poised to do a little bit of the same. Yeah, I don't agree with that. But alas, the purchases have been made. The shopkeeper does not take refunds. Shopkeep, I won't lie, the shopkeep can be a little bit stingy at times.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever like walked a little bit out of base and then he won't let you undo, and you're stuck with like a refill pod at 45 minutes in the game? That's a universal experience, I'm pretty sure.
I've done that a few times.
Western up 5,000 gold at 35 minutes with the Baron. This generally means game over.
Cancel.
I don't see Western throw these
Yeah.
games very often, but maybe I shouldn't speak. Might jinx them. I have indeed seen them throw games in the past.
We're gonna be here till 10 o'clock. If you keep talking, we'll be here till 10.
They claim the first tower, excuse me, the second tower in the top lane. Set getting that mid-wave push and immediately pushing the next one. Meanwhile, 4 members of Western barreling down the top lane. They do have that upgraded cannon. Morgana W will claim its life, but the next wave is coming in.
I honestly almost want to just... I'm watching these fights, but I'm looking at Set, and I can't wait to see him just barreling in. Every time he shows
Without
up,
the set
you
here,
hear,
there
"You
is
say
an angle
run."
to engage. And if a
Yeah.
mistake happens, oh, there's like that's a mistake right there as the Maokai takes too much damage, getting caught by that W. Warwick running in, getting a fear on all of them with that massive spell shield. But now the set is here, does not land that Strikebreaker, but lands the E, and there goes the Morgana. Warwick jumps in, but just lends himself to the set as someone to get pummeled in the face. The Urgot ult lands on the set. Set is still tanking tower. He's still tanking tower.
Still tanking
He's
tower.
still tanking tower. Okay, he just tanked 8 shots, and he's full HP.
Yep. That's how we do it. That's GG.
I'm not even joking. He just tanked 8 shots and he's full HP. A 2-0, very clean from Western. That game got very close in the middle there, and indeed was actually losing in the early. But Stewman, absolute masterclass in these games.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna throw it to
Absolute
Prod.
insanity. Throwing it to Prod.
Well, actually, we'll just finish up real quick here. So yeah, good games from Western. Thank you to everyone who watched. I don't know when our next game is, but please check our schedule. Keep an eye on the Discord. Shout out to our prod team for getting these streams for you. Go check out Overwatch if it's still live. If it's not, check out the VOD. Support our support our Broncos. Support our people. They're all great people. Thank you guys for watching. Nines, anything to close out with?
Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
Go Broncos, man.